We hear all the time about the amazing things artificial intelligence can do, but there's a massive hidden cost we don't talk about nearly enough. And behind that curtain of incredible technology, there's a huge challenge, but also, maybe, just maybe, a really surprising solution. So I want you to keep this question in your head as we go through this, because today we're diving into this wild paradox at the very heart of our digital future. How AI is, at the same time, pushing our energy grid to its absolute limit and also offering what might be the only real way to save it.
Okay, so first things first. Before we get to the AI part, we really need to wrap our heads around the sheer scale of the energy our digital world is already built on.
Think about it. Every single time you stream a show, jump on a Zoom call, or just scroll through your phone, you are plugging into a huge physical network. This isn't just happening in some magical cloud. Nope, it's happening inside millions of powerful servers housed in these enormous buildings we call data centers, all connected by thousands of miles of cables. And every bit of it needs a ton of electricity to run. Just look at that number. Back in 2022, data centers around the world used somewhere between 240 and 340 terawatt hours of electricity. So what does that actually mean? Well, just one of those TWH can power around 90,000 homes in the US for an entire year. It's a staggering amount of energy. And believe me, this is just where the story begins. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. If you look at the global numbers, you can see that both the data centers themselves and the networks that connect them each use over 1% of the world's total electricity. But check out what happens when you zoom in on the United States. By 2023, data centers alone were responsible for more than 4% of the entire country's electricity use. That's a huge slice of the pie.
And all that massive energy consumption we just looked at? Well, get ready because it's about to be supercharged. The explosion in AI is like pouring jet fuel on an already massive fire.
This chart from Goldman Sachs really shows you the cliff we're running towards. By 2030, the power demand from data centers is projected to leap by 165%. This isn't just normal growth, folks. We're talking about an exponential surge. And it's being driven almost entirely by the incredible computing power that AI models require. So let's bring that back to the US for a second. Remember that 4.4% number from 2023? The projections show that by 2030, data centers could be eating up almost 9% of the nation's total electricity. That is a massive jump, and it raises some really serious questions about where all this new power is going to come from and whether our grid can even handle it. And of course, there's the unavoidable consequence. This isn't just an energy problem, it's a huge climate problem. S&P Global Ratings is warning that this surge could literally double the tech sector's carbon emissions. And why is that? Because a lot of this new 24/7 power demand will probably have to be met by fossil fuels, which could wipe out years of hard-won progress on decarbonization. Okay, so at this point, AI is looking like the clear villain of the story, right? But this is where the plot takes a very, very sharp turn. So we've just established that AI is the single biggest thing driving this massive energy crisis. But what if that exact same technology, the root cause of the problem, actually holds the key to solving it?
This right here is the AI paradox. I mean, think about what AI is best at, right? It's amazing at seeing complex patterns, it learns from insane amounts of data, and it automates decisions in real time. Well, those are the exact skills you need to build a smarter, more efficient, more sustainable digital infrastructure. It's almost like it's perfectly designed to clean up its own mess.
So how does this actually work in the real world? This isn't just some theory. Companies are already putting this paradox into practice. They're basically using AI to fight the AI energy problem. And the results they're getting are pretty incredible. So instead of just running everything at full blast 24/7, an AI system acts like a smart conductor for the entire network. It looks at all the data and can predict, down to the millisecond, when traffic will be heavy or light. It can then intelligently power down parts of a cell tower when no one's using it, and then instantly fire them back up when demand returns, which cuts out a tremendous amount of energy waste. And the difference here is just stark.
The old way of doing things was pretty clumsy, right? It relied on a simple timer, like let's shut things down between 2 and 4 a.m., whether people are using it or not. But an AI system is totally dynamic. It's predictive. And the result? These AI-powered systems are anywhere from 2 to 5 times more effective at saving power. That's a huge deal.
Now this is one of the most famous examples, and the number is just mind-blowing. Google basically unleashed its own DeepMind AI on its giant, power-guzzling data centers, and its main target? The cooling systems, which use a ton of energy. Well, the AI learned how to optimize everything so well that it cut the energy used just for cooling by a full 40%.
And it's not just Google. Not by a long shot. This is happening all across the tech industry. You've got Samsung's AI getting up to 35% savings for Verizon, Ericsson and Nokia are seeing big reductions in their network gear, Siemens is even matching Google's 40% cooling savings. I mean, all the big players, Microsoft, Meta, Cisco, they're all using AI now to make their operations leaner and greener.
So this brings us to the big takeaway. We are living smack in the middle of this paradox, and how we choose to handle it is going to define both our digital and our environmental future. So we have to shift how we think about this. While AI is absolutely driving this insane new demand for energy, it is a huge mistake to only see it as a problem. It has also become our single most powerful tool for creating efficiency. The reality is, we probably can't build a truly sustainable digital future without it. And that really leaves us with this final, crucial question. AI isn't some force of nature that's out of our control. It's a tool. And it has put two very different paths in front of us. One path is unchecked growth and energy use that puts our climate goals at serious risk. The other is a path of smart, optimized, and sustainable growth. The technology to build either future is the exact same. The choice of which one we build, well, that's up to us.